Have you ever felt like life has gotten heavier over time, as if each step carries not only your body, but years of emotions, worries, and memories? What if I told you that a simple act in your daily life can completely change the situation and free you from all the weight and spiritual burden? A simple act, like putting a pinch of salt in your shoes, can become a spiritual key, not for superstition, but for transformation. Because salt has the power to absorb the invisible weight that words and thoughts cannot. Observe the shoes you wear, the ground you walk on, and ask yourself, what kind of energy am I carrying with each step of my journey? Today we'll discover why salt has been seen for centuries as a silent protector, a purifier of energy, space, and spirit. And if this message touched you, like and share this video with someone who is going through a difficult time. It might be exactly the light that person needs. Chapter 2. The spiritual symbolism of salt. Salt has always been more than a seasoning. It's one of the oldest symbols of purification and protection. In Buddhist understanding, salt represents clarity in balance. Just as it preserves food from decay, it also preserves our energy from negativity. Think about it. Salt is born from the union of water and earth, two elements that carry life itself. It cleanses, neutralizes, and restores harmony wherever it touches. That's why in many temples, salt is placed at entrances or around meditation spaces to absorb what's heavy and unseen. When you use salt with awareness, it becomes a silent ally. It absorbs the emotional dust you've collected throughout the day, anger, tension, sorrow, and returns your spirit to calm. It's not magic, it's intention. The salt doesn't change your destiny, but it helps you walk through it with a lighter heart. So when you place a small pinch of salt in your shoes, you're not performing a ritual of luck. You're reminding your soul to release what no longer serves it. Each grain becomes a quiet prayer for renewal, a moment of alignment between body and spirit. And that's where the deeper meaning begins. This simple act is not about the salt itself, but about your willingness to cleanse your path, step by step. Chapter 3. Why the feet hold spiritual power. In Buddhist wisdom, our feet are more than the parts of us that touch the ground. They are the bridge between our inner world and the earth itself. Every step we take connects us to life. Through them, we carry energy, absorb energy, and release energy. That's why monks always wash their feet before entering the temple or beginning meditation. It's not just for cleanliness, it's a symbolic act of letting go of everything the day has left behind: stress, conflict, fatigue. The body follows the mind, but sometimes the mind also follows the body. When your feet are heavy, your thoughts become heavy too. When you place salt in your shoes, you are acknowledging that connection. You are giving your feet and your energy permission to be cleansed. The salt becomes a messenger, drawing out what no longer belongs in your journey and grounding you in calmness. Think of it this way. Your feet carry you through every joy and every sorrow. They hold the memory of your path. So when you care for them with awareness, you are also caring for your soul. It's a simple act, but one filled with quiet power. Because peace doesn't start in the mind, it starts with the next step you take. Chapter 4. The Ritual. How to place salt in your shoes and why it works. This ritual is simple, but its meaning runs deep. It's not about luck or superstition, it's about cleansing the energy you carry through your daily path. Before going to sleep, take a small pinch of pure sea salt. Hold it in your hand for a moment and breathe slowly. Let your thoughts settle. Then gently place the salt inside your shoes, the pair you use most often. As you do, imagine the salt drawing away everything heavy from your steps: tiredness, negativity, worry, and emotional residue. While you sleep, the salt works quietly, absorbing what the day has left behind. In the morning, remove the salt and throw it into running water or into the earth. Never keep it. It has done its work and must return to nature. This act doesn't just cleanse your shoes, it realigns your energy. It's a symbolic renewal, a reminder that you can always release what no longer belongs to you. Many Buddhist practitioners see rituals like this as a form of walking meditation. Every movement, every intention becomes part of a sacred rhythm, one that keeps your spirit light and your path open. It's not the salt that changes your life, it's the awareness behind it. When you perform even the smallest act with presence and purpose, the energy around you begins to shift.
Chapter 5. The energy shift that follows. When you begin the simple ritual, you may not notice a change right away. But over time, something subtle starts to happen. The heaviness you once felt begins to fade. Your steps feel lighter. Your mind becomes calmer. Even your home starts to feel more peaceful. This is not coincidence. It's energy finding balance. In Buddhist understanding, the energy around you always responds to your state of mind. When you bring awareness and intention into even the smallest act, you shift the vibration of your entire environment. By placing salt in your shoes, you are teaching your spirit to let go, to release what no longer serves your journey. The body follows that message. Old emotions lose their weight, and daily stress stops clinging to you. You begin to walk differently, and in that new rhythm, life begins to flow more gently. It's like walking barefoot after a storm. The ground feels fresh, renewed, forgiving. That's the feeling of spiritual cleansing. Every step after that becomes more than movement. It becomes a quiet declaration. I am walking in peace. And that's the true purpose of this ancient wisdom, to remind you that transformation doesn't always come through great effort, but through awareness in small things. Chapter 6. The hidden meaning. Letting go of emotional dust. Every day, as we move through life, we collect invisible dust, not just on our shoes, but in our hearts. Words that hurt us, moments of disappointment, memories we never fully let go of. Over time, that emotional dust becomes heavy, slowing us down, clouding our peace. In Buddhism, this is called attachment, the quiet habit of holding on to what should have already passed. And the longer we carry these invisible burdens, the more they shape our path without us even noticing. That's why rituals like placing salt in your shoes hold such deep meaning. They're not really about the salt, they're about remembering that we can choose to let go, to cleanse our journey of old emotions that no longer serve who we are becoming. When you place that pinch of salt inside your shoes, imagine you're also releasing the weight of yesterday. The regrets, the unspoken words, the memories you never fully let go of. Over time, life begins to move with more ease. The world doesn't change, you do. And when your inner world lightens, even your steps sound different. It's a small act, but it carries a sacred reminder. Peace doesn't come from escaping the past, but from learning how to walk through it without carrying its dust any longer. Chapter 7. The connection with karma. In Buddhism, karma isn't punishment, it's energy in motion. Every thought, word, and action leaves a trace, just like every step you take leaves a mark on the ground. Over time, these traces form the path of your life. Some paths are smooth, others are rocky, but all of them reflect the energy we've placed into the world. When you walk through life carrying unresolved emotions, that energy travels with you. It becomes part of your karma, the unseen weight that shapes how you experience peace, love, and even luck. The practice of putting salt in your shoes is not about erasing karma, it's about cleansing the energy around it so you can walk with awareness instead of repetition. Salt becomes a reminder that you can always begin again. Each time you let go of anger, resentment, or fear, you rewrite a small part of your karmic story. You can't change where you've walked, but you can bless every step that follows. Think of this ritual as a spiritual reset, a way of telling the universe that I am ready to move forward with lighter steps and a clearer heart. When your energy changes, your karma begins to flow differently too. Life responds to your vibration, and the road ahead starts to open in ways it couldn't before. So, as you walk, remember you are not just moving your body through space, you are moving your soul through time, and each step can be a choice towards peace. Final chapter, reflection, walk lightly through life. In Buddhism, we learn that peace is not found by escaping the noise of life, but by finding stillness in every step. When you put salt in your shoes, you are not doing something magical. You're declaring to the universe that you are ready to let go, to purify yourself, and to begin anew. No matter your age, no matter what has happened before, you can always choose to walk differently, with more peace, more awareness, and more compassion for yourself. The world may not change overnight, but you will. And when your inner path becomes lighter, every road ahead opens up in a new way. So tonight, when you take off your shoes, remember each grain of salt can carry a prayer, a wish for calm, renewal, and forgiveness for yourself and for those you have met along the way. If this message touched your heart, click the like button, not as a click, but as an act of gratitude for the peace you are inviting into your life. Share this message with someone who may be going through a difficult time. You never know how a small message can illuminate someone else's path. And if you wish to continue on this journey of awareness and wisdom, I invite you to watch the next video on your screen. We'll meet there with calm steps and open hearts.